I completely forgot that there was a network maintenance tonight, and I forgot to do my dailies. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, so, weekly breakdown. Reset has all the updates have dropped in on Twitter. Once again, shout out Hydros, but of course, because there is a network maintenance going on currently, we're gonna have to do this on the website through the database, right? So we'll go ahead. It does look like it's going to be a very dry week, very dry. As far there's no equipment, co-op isn't resetting, PvP isn't resetting, Space Time Rush isn't resetting, and there's just no other equipment. So really the only piece of content is, I believe, this Trunks along with like a raid and something else, I think. But yeah, of course, the Zenkai for Legends Limited, Trunks and Vegeta are the main highlight for this update. I have, I really do wish that they pull it off, because currently they are 0 for 2. They were pretty bad on release. Even their 1% sparking, Blue Zamasu, was better than them. And then they were pretty bad even with the unique equipment, because the unique equipment didn't highlight the main issue with this unit being the Vegeta side. The Trunks side was pretty good. He had draw blast on blast mechanic like Blue Vegeta Blue does with his strike cards. So he was able to dish up a lot of damage, but the Vegeta side, there was this common trend with whatever tag units included Vegeta up to this point in this unit's release, where the Vegeta side would always be subpar in comparison to whoever was on the other side, whether it be this Trunks, whether it be Goku. We can just take a look. Is there like a tag switch? Yeah, here. First one, they were kind of an exception because they were Legends Fest first tag switch unit. Them two. Boo Bros definitely had this issue. I wouldn't say so much Blue Evolution, but it was mainly these two units with the. It was just ironic that the Vegeta side on both of them were pretty bad. And so, the issue with the Vegeta side was he just didn't do anything. He really did not do anything. Trunks was like the combo heavy side of the tag switch, and Vegeta was just there. Outside of their two disrupts, one being at Trunks' 50% HP disrupt, and the other being at Vegeta's 50% HP disrupt, and I'm pretty sure they're not shared. They didn't have anything to stand for themselves. We can take a look at their unique equipment. So here, gave them, of course, the base light stats. They gave them key on entry, which for some reason I don't think they had on release. Let me see. Enters the battlefield. Yeah, they didn't get key on release, which is interesting to say the least. And they only got 20 key on tag switch. So a combo reliant unit that can't really combo. Wow. So they gave him the key on release or on entry, so 30. Let's see, what else did they do? Activated with Trunks. They drew a blast card. So Vegeta's now able to get a blast card. Restore the key by 30, yup. And then card draw speed for 5 counts. Yeah, Vegeta's side did not have. I don't think any of the sides have card draw speed actually. We just. Maybe I could be wrong. Yeah, they do not have card draw speed at all. So they were very reliant on Trunks' draw a blast card on a blast card, which is right here, to do any sort of comboing. So we'll see if they change that. They really do need to do some stuff to the Vegeta side, preferably give them the same effect. I don't know why only Trunks has it. They had that philosophy for a little while with, again, the Blue Bros and this Trunks and Vegeta, where they were trying to make each side different, which they have kind of backtracked on now, luckily. I mean, we can just take a look at the tags again. They function pretty similarly, they function the exact same, pretty much the same, yeah, you guys get the point. So we'll see if they do get anything useful. Let's just scan quickly to see what... I mean, nah, we don't even need to see what they did initially. They're pretty old at this point. Alright, so let's take a look. Of course, we can't take a look at their stats, but if I recall, or I guess we can, right here. Look at their max stats. Strike attack is at 248, and then blast attack is at 266. So they are very blast oriented, which is kind of annoying because the Ultra Trunks that released last week, one of his main issues into why he doesn't feel as good is just because he doesn't have a solid team outside of Hyper Saiyans in future. But even then, the yellow on both of those teams is Future Gohan, and even he cannot tank Legend Vegeta at all. So Trunks being green and Vegeta being superior purple, he gets walloped. So hopefully we'll see what these guys do. Let's see what their defense looks like. 167, 170. Is this without Arts Boost or with Arts Boost? I cannot recall, but we'll see. The main ability, so this is switching to Vegeta. Gets health, gets ki, 30 ki, 10% damage for 30 counts, and then destroys 2 enemy cards. So they actually have a proactive disrupt, which is interesting. Attack switch to Vegeta. Health. The damage, this stacks. So every time, if you are able to combo or stay in the field long enough, you can get maybe 2 instances of this off. This could be interesting. The only issue I find is that this guy turns reverse yellow. It means he's weak to purple, and then Vegeta, or Legend Vegeta, gets buffs on drawing cards, so we gotta be careful on that. Starter ability. Damage 220%. Damage guard 200%. Ally future blast damage 20%. And ally Vegeta strike damage 20%. So they're supporting. But they're at 200% damage. They have to have some other form of damage guard. Because 200 now, while units, the most recent units are reaching what? 280, 260, up to 280, 260, 260. You guys get the point. They're around 260, 280 range right now. They're still getting hit by a lot. They take a lot of damage. So they have to, even with Zenkai stats, they need a lot. So hopefully they get damage guard somewhere else. They are supporting though, which is nice, and I really like this feature. Is if they overlap Feature and Vegeta Clan, most notably the Ultra Trunks, they'll be receiving both. First unique ability, parental bonds across time. On battle start or tag switch, damage 30% for 20 counts. So they're stacking even more damage. So that's 40% damage. After 10 counts have elapsed from battle start or tag switch, effects reset on tag switch. Health 10%, damage 70%, damage guard 10%. There it is, and all arts cost -5, -5, uncancelable. 10 counts have elapsed from battle start. Effects reset on tag switch. So what? Effects reset on tag switch. So I guess after 10 counts, they're getting the full buffs. Is my understanding. Why is this even a thing? Why don't you just move all this to the starter ability? Why do you have to wait? I mean, it's like a very small thing. It's just like unnecessary. After 10 counts have elapsed from battle start or tag switch. So this is a little confusing. It says effects reset on tag switch, which. Am I reading this correctly? After 10 timer counts have elapsed from battle start or tag switch. Does this actually mean that after... after what? After 10 timer. Okay, sorry, I'm getting very confused by this wording. After 10 timer counts have elapsed from battle start or tag switch, effects reset on tag switch, but the bottom 3 are uncancelable. But it doesn't say not stackable. So these don't stack, I don't think. Is it just one instance of they get all this? Or is it like after every tag switch, these reset? And then you have to build them up. That doesn't make any sense to me. That seems a very counterintuitive build. So we're going to go off the assumption that you just wait 10 timer counts and then you get this permanently. Which would support the uncancelable effect. So, okay, that's... Okay, but that means they only go up to 210%, really? Let me take a look at Ultra Buhan, because he has kind of a similar method of upgrading, it seems. Every 10 timer counts elapsed from battle start. That's every. This is after. So it just really does just seem like just one instance. So, and then they get this? Okay, we'll see. So they go up to 290 and then 210% damage and damage guard, sure. Of course, Trunks has a blast cover change, comboable into the blue. Pride and Determination, this is the second unique ability, I believe, yeah. On Blast Artiste, they get 10 key, he gets Cover Null for 5 counts. Did that upgrade? I feel like that used to be 3, right? Hold on, let me open them again. Let's check their old, where are they? I swear that used to be 3 counts, and that made it very annoying. Oh, only 2 counts. Okay, yeah, so I was right. It was really short, but now that they've updated it to 5 counts, they can combo quite a bit more. That's good. And then it resets on switch and tag switch. And on Blast Art's hit, he draws the 2 blast cards. Yup. Enemy health restoration minus 80% for 3 counts. I believe he already had that. On hit, yeah, 80% for 3 counts. Yeah, that was really strong. And of course, that is stackable if you're spamming it. So endurance units have to be careful. Anyone with a disrupt that heals them has to be careful. So like, this would apply to Legend Super Vegeta, most notably. If you pop his endurance, he will most likely be at 0. Ultra Trunks, this applies. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Zamasu. Who else? Gohan, actually. Let me see. This Vegeta heals when his disrupt is, or his gauge is filled. This Gohan, he heals when his unique gauge, when his unique gauge is reset by being reset. So theoretically, I believe because the 80% is being applied, then this guy should be healing for a lot less. Janemba, these guys with their disrupts. Yeah, a lot of these major units have a disrupt that heals them back up, so that is a very powerful ability. A proactive way to disrupt healing. That's always strong. And then all enemy arts cost +3. That I remember that was always a little useless. It's just more so like they can't automatically counter unless they want to use a lot of ki. But other than that, pretty useless. When hit by enemy arts, if health is 50% or lower, this is Trunks side's 50% disrupt. They draw a green card. He gets health restoration for 15 counts. Ally subcounts -5 one time, and enemy key -80. Is ally subcounts new? I don't remember that. 50%. Yep. Green card's the same. Health restoration 10%. Does that went up, right? 30%. Move these next to each other. Where are they? Yeah, 30% for 15 counts from 10% for 15 counts. Yep. Oh, sure. Sub count is the same. Was the same, and then key reduction is the same. So the most notable thing is the where I keep on losing it. Here, the health restoration. That's gonna be really good. Because I believe he heals on his last card, does he? No, he doesn't. Let's see. Alright, on battlefield entry, draw a card if hand has 3 or fewer, destroy 1 enemy card. All enemies strike, so lower arts power 50% for 10 counts. We haven't seen that in a while. And I think that's a good thing. That will definitely help against Legend Vegeta. Did he not? I feel like he didn't draw a card before. Let's see, draw a card, draw a card. No, he did not draw a card. Okay, so that's good. They have that. Or the Trunks side has that. So if he draws a blast card, realistically this should have been draw a blast card instead of just draw a card. So what if he draws strike? He can't just combo anymore. But yeah. Destroy 1 enemy card, so he has a mini disrupt and then the power down. He gets cover null on entry, or I forgot. Does he get cover null on entry or on arts use? On blast arts use. So yeah, he doesn't even get cover null on strike cards use. So that you got to be careful with that. So that just makes it especially important. Again, why was this not the blast card? That's his strong suit. Sure. When allies defeated, damage 20%, uncancelable damage card 15%, uncancelable ally health. I really don't like that they restricted damage guard to having a dead ally. For sure. When hit by enemy arts 1 time and it's reset. Switch or attack switch. Destroys an enemy card. Enemy card draw speed -1 for 10 counts. Again, this isn't all enemies, but it's still good. Destroy 1 enemy card. So they're destroying a card on entry, and then they're destroying a card when they're hit. So realistically, this is like 2. That's their assault Z ability. That's the same, probably. And then they are actually buffing Hybrid Saiyans. Yellow. Oh yeah, they did say that in the Legends information. Yellow Hybrid Saiyans finally getting a Zenkai buffer after like nearly 8 years. That's good. Their blast cards, or the strike card that they hold does nothing. They have a damage stacking blast card. They have a slice strike card. Special move cost -5 for 15 counts. They do have anti-blast armor, which is again good against Legend Vegeta. And then their green card is, or the trunk side green card is a stop time. And it draws a blue card next. Wait, didn't this used to be just once? Yeah, or twice. So they actually made it infinite. That's great. And they get the key to use it too. 30% damage. Cancel attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. That's really strong. Well, they already had that. That's good against arts cost from the Trunks. Ultra Trunks. That's good from against Gohan. That's good against, you know, just a lot of these units right now have increased arts cost. And if health is 50% or lower, they get 70% vanishing gains and 15% more HP. Did they already have that? Okay, so they actually buffed it. So instead of having a 30% restriction and a restriction between 30 and 50, they just combined the two. That's good. And their blue card is a melee blue card. On activation, draws a blast arts next. Special move damage 40% uncancelable. Damage guard penetration 40% for 3 counts, and endurance nullification. 40% special move damage, that is now uncancelable. Damage card penetration is the same, and then endurance null. So they actually draw a blast card, which is good. That is new. Now we move on to the Vegeta side. This is where the big boy stuff needs to happen. Zenkai main ability. Attack switch to Trunks. Draw a blast arts next. 10% HP key, 30 vanish, 70%. Let's see. Blast arts, yep. 10%, and the key goes up from 20 to 30. Vanishing gauge is the same. On attack switch, effects reset on attack switch. Draw speed. Oh, so now Vegeta has... Wait. Vegeta has draw speed in his unique ability, but he has draw speed in... It's so he gets 2 times card draw speed for 5 counts when you switch to Trunks or Vegeta. That's actually really good. They're actually playing out a lot more like attack 4s now, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta side has 2 times card draw speed. Now this Vegeta has only 5 counts of 2 times, but still, that's going to make it so that you can switch back to Trunks better, and then when you switch back to Trunks, you draw the blast card, and then you spam out the blast cards again. That's pretty good. Yeah, reverse your element factors, draw a blast card. Wait. Main ability. Am I looking at the wrong? Oh no, this is the Zenkai. Here we go. The Zenkai unique ability on attack switch, he gets the card draw speed. Yup. On arts use, he gets 10 ki, and then 20% damage for 5 counts, and then 10% damage for 30 counts. So he's stacking a lot of damage. And that's better now that he has card draw speed, or 2 times card draw speed at that. Let's see. When enemy attack ends, he gets 15% HP 4 times. Why limit that? I don't know. 10% damage. Well, that has to be if he actually tanks, right? Or his disrupt, I guess. Pride and determination to protect the future. Damage 10%. 30 counts. Gets covered on the blast arts again, which is should have just been any card. On blast arts hits. Draws a blast arts next. So he actually plays very similar to Trunks in that aspect. He's now drawing a blast on blast just like Trunks. He was not able to do that before. Enemy key minus 30, that is the same. Health restoration minus 80%, that's good. And the arts cost, whatever. This is good. When hit by enemy arts, if health is 50% or lower, oh yeah, he has the same disrupt, and these are shared. So Trunks has one and Vegeta has one. It looks all the same. Battlefield entry, draw a card if hand is through your. Oh yeah, just to keep in mind, the enemy key minus 80, you have to make sure that your enemy doesn't have overdrive mode, or they can just ignore. Battlefield entry, draw a card if hand is 1 or is 3 or fewer. Destroy an enemy card. Yeah, power, that's all the same. That's the same. That's the same. Yes, subcounts minus 3 went to allies. Did the Trunks have that? I don't think the Trunks had that, did he? Oh, he did have that. I must have just glossed over it. Okay. In terms of that, that's all the same. That is all the same. That's the same. Enemy armor, yup. Yep. So on this green, he draws a blast instead of a blue. Key 40, 10% damage, cancel, yup. And then throw enemy cards. Yeah, they look alright, actually. I definitely think their numbers, like their multipliers, could have been better, especially damage guard, because why? 200%. We need to bump this up. But other than that, their kit looks alright. Yellow and reverse yellow is pretty valuable right now, especially with Legend Vegeta running around and Ultra Buhan. So they'll be able to do well against both those characters, and they look alright. In terms of just other content, we are getting another Bait Banner World Championship Final Selects number 2. Has Gohan on it, Janemba, 13, very good characters, but anniversary is coming up, so no reason to. Of course, we're getting the Zenkai Rush battle, we're getting the art sleeves. Ultra Zamasu's coming back, Ultra Rosé's coming back, Master Pack Z's updated, this is the World Championship banner, good. Okay, really good support, really good, or decent bench, good bench for Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta, really good bench for Ultra Zamasu, Super Saiyan Gohan's hanging on, and Broly is good bench for 13. I believe that's it. So yeah, very small beta, or very small update this week, but I'm excited to try the Trunks. You guys let me know how you guys feel about him, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.